So in this video, I'm just going to go through how to simplify algebraic expressions. So if you were given an expression like this, we take a letter a plus 6. And so if somebody told you the value of a is equal to 5, what you're going to do is you can take this expression, go down to your next line, and you're just going to take a, and then you're going to replace anywhere that you see a with 5. So I'll just do that in red so you can see it here. A is getting replaced with 5, and then you got plus 6, and this is equal to 11. So that's that expression evaluated. So we'll try something just a little bit more complicated then. If you had something like 2a plus 12. In this case, you're going to have a 2 in front of the a, so you're going to have 2 times whatever the value of a is, and we can say a this time is going to be 2. And this time we're going to have to multiply it. So if we go down here, we're going to get 2 times, and we can put it in a bracket to signify that you're going to multiply it, put down plus 12. And you can see where we have our a here, we're just going to replace that with 2. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have 2 times 2. So we come down to our next line, we go equals here. So we go equals, then we've got 2 by 2 is going to give us 4 plus 12, and then this is going to be equal to 16. So now we'll try something with 2 variables in it. So if you had, we'll try something else. We'll try using an x this time. So remember, for algebra, we're not using x as we're not using it as a multiplication symbol. We're going to using it as a letter. So we're using it in the same way we used a last time. So if we had tried 3x plus 2y plus 6. And in this case, I'm going to tell you that x, the value of x that they're going to give you is going to be 2. The value of y is going to be, say, 5. So let's go down, take our expression, we write equals, and then we do 3. We're going to put our x in here plus 2. And we're going to put our y in here plus 6. Take our x and y and we're going to put them in as following. So we're going to have x is equal to 2 like we saw above, y is equal to 5. Come down to our next line, and then we're going to evaluate. We're going to do all our multiplication from our brackets first. So 3 times 2 gives us 6, plus 2 times 5 gives us 10, plus 6. Then we add all of them together, we get 6 plus 10 plus 6, which gives us 22. Now in the next example, we're going to look at something that involves powers. So this time, if you will take this expression, 3 s, this time we'll pick squared. Actually, I won't pick s because it looks a bit like a 5. So we'll take a 3y squared plus 4t. And in this case, we're going to say y is equal to 3. Actually, we'll say y is equal to 4. And then we're going to say t is equal to 2. So we go into our expression, and anywhere we see a y or a t, we're going to just replace them with the values that we have above here. So what we do in this one is we just take 3, open out a bracket like so, and we're just going to put in our expression inside this. So we're going to put 3y squared plus 4, and then we put in a bracket, we're going to put t in here. So you can see that in here we're going to insert y. We should put in our square sign as well. I'll put that in a second, and in here we're going to insert t. So for this one, we're just going to put in y, and the value of y will be 4, and then t is going to be 2. And we better just put in, I should have put this in at the start, we've got our squared sign there as well. So we're going to take 4 squared, and then we're going to multiply it by 3. Now it's important in this case to not, a couple of things, do not multiply 3 by 4 first. We're going to need to expand this. And just a quick note on indices. So if you've got 4 squared is the same as 4 multiplied by 4. So you're multiplying 4 by itself 2 times. You're not multiplying 4 by 2, you're multiplying 4 by itself 2 times. And then the same, if we just took another example, if they said 4 to the power of, say, 5. Well, this one, you'd be multiplying 4 by 4 by 4 by 4 by 4. So you can see you'd be multiplying 4 by itself 5 times in this case. But anyways, to go back to our question, we've got 3. We take our bracket and then we're going to multiply 4 by itself twice, which is going to give us 16. Plus, this time 4 by 2 is giving us 8, so we can multiply that out. Go to our next line, we can multiply 3 by 16, which will give us 48. Plus 8, and this is going to give us all 56, so that's that one. We'll try one more just involving powers here. So if we tried 3x to the power of 3 this time. Actually, no, we'll stick with squares for this one. 3x squared plus 4y squared plus 6. So for this one, again, we're going to rewrite everything. We're going to have 3 brackets, whatever you put in there is going to be squared plus 4. I haven't given you values for this yet. We'll say x is equal to 5 this time and y is equal to 3. So 4 times y, which you're going to put in here, and that's going to be squared plus 6. So let's just insert our values. We're going to get 3x squared, we're going to get 5 squared in this one, and then we're going to get y is replaced with 3. So the first thing we're going to do again with this is we're going to do our brackets first. We have to do our indices before we do our any multiplication. So you're going to go equals so equals 3 times 5 squared, that's 5, just remember 5 squared is equal to, and do this at the side, 5 by 5, which is equal to 25. So I'll just put that in there. It's 25 plus 4 times, then 3 squared. 3 squared is equal to 3 by 3, which is equal to 9. So put 9 in here then, plus 6. And just put this aside as rough work across here. So this one then we're going to get 3 times 25 is going to give us 75. 4 times 9 is going to give us 36. I'll put an equal sign there to rub that out. Plus 36 plus 6. And that all will give us 117 then when we evaluate it. Finally, we're just going to look at evaluating expressions where we've got negative numbers that we put in them instead of positive numbers. So for this one, we're going to take 3a, we'll say squared, plus 6b. In this one, we're going to say we're going to say a is equal to minus 2 this time, and then we can leave b this time. We'll just say b is equal to, actually make that a minus number, so we'll say minus 6. So if you just remember back to our rules, a minus by a minus is if you've 2 minuses together. So if you'd minus 6 multiplied by, say, minus 2, because they're both the exact same, you're going to get a plus, so you get plus 12. And the other rules would be if you get a minus 6 by, say, a plus 2, which would be just written as 2, then in this case you're going to get 12. So if they're different signs, they're going to be the same. And then of course 6 by 2 itself would give you a positive number. So anyways, we go back in here, we'll put these in. So you've got 3. We're going to add in our square now. We'll add in a in 1 second, and then we're going to get plus 6b. We add in b then here. So for this one, you're going to get minus 2 squared, and then you're going to get minus, and actually you should just put out, if you're putting this in a calculator and trying it, we should put just that 2 outside there. So put our squared sign actually outside this one here. So put in 6 times minus 6 then. So we calculate that out. So we get 3. Now minus 2 squared, remember that's minus 2 multiplied by minus 2. So that's a minus by a minus. So you're going to get a plus 4 in this case. So we've got 3, and then we've got to multiply that by plus 4. Then we're going to take plus, and we can multiply this out, 6 by minus 6. I actually should take out my plus sign because that's a plus by a negative, so we're going to get a negative 36. Then we're going to get 3 times 4 is going to give us 12. 12 minus 36, and just to give you a quick reminder of how to subtract a bigger number from a smaller number. If you see something like this, 36 taken away from 12, if you wanted to take 12 from 36, of course most of you would be able to do that, but if you want to do 12 minus 36, what you're going to do is you're going to take 12 from 36, which is going to give you 24, and then keep the sign of the bigger number. So that means you always, if you have two expressions and they have different signs, you always take the smaller number from the bigger number and then keep the sign. So you can see that 36, the bigger number, has a sign of a minus. So you're going to keep that sign. So what we're going to do here for that, 36 minus 12 is 24. And then because 36 has a negative sign, we're going to put that in. So we'll just try one more example just like this. This time we'll try x's and y's. So we'll say x is equal to minus 4 and y is equal to 3. And in this case we will say our expression is going to be 3x squared. I shouldn't put that in a bracket. 3x squared plus 6. And this time I'm going to say x, y, so that there's two expressions right beside each other. So here we're going to go equals 3, then you're going to have x squared, we'll just leave that as a bracket and put our square sign outside, plus 6, and then we'll put both of these in brackets as well. So we're going to just insert our letters in, so we're going to put x is going to be down here, y is going to be down here, and then you can see x squared is going to go into this side. So let's put in them, that's going to be minus 4, this one here is going to be minus 4 again, and then this one is going to be 3. So we go back, go equals 3, and then we're going to take minus 4. And so if you just remember, minus 4 squared is going to be minus 4. Let me just put this in. Minus 4 squared is going to be minus 4 multiplied by minus 4. Two minuses, they're both the same size, so that's going to give you a positive. That's going to give you a positive 16 here. So you're going to get 16. 3 by 16 plus. Then this time we're going to take 6, we're going to multiply it by minus 4. That is going to give us minus, because it's a plus by minus, it's going to give us first of all a minus 24. Then we take that minus 24 and we multiply it by 3. So if you multiply minus 24 by 3, it's going to be a minus by a plus, and it's going to give you 72. So this final one is, you're going to get 72. You can do that in your calculator, but I would encourage you to just get used to actually doing these in your head, because you'll do them much faster if you do them that way. And I forgot to put in my sign there, so minus 72 in this one. So change my sign down here at the bottom, and we're going to actually have a minus 72 there. So finally, just to finish this sum, I'll just put a little line here so you see the difference in them. Finally, you're going to take 3 times 16. We evaluate that. That's going to give us 48. 48 minus 72. And then if you remember a rule that we just did just similar in the last one, we've got two different signs. We've got a smaller number taking away a bigger number. And of course, you can visualize the number line for that. But this is a fairly big number, so you might be able to actually draw out a number line or anything for it. So in this case, just use the rule, take 48 from 72. And if you take 48 from 72, 24. And then because the biggest number here, which is 72, has a negative in front of it, you're just going to put a negative there as well.